What style of music would you say you probably sing? What's your favorite?
I would say R&B, but I can sing country. But I would say R&B.
R&B, all right. Any favorite artists out there?
Oh, I have so many of them. I have so many favorite artists. Like I like Barry White. I like Michael Jackson. And on the country side, I just love Dolly Parton and so many of them that so many country singers that I like. So I like different types of music.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool. A lot of people would not know that. They'd be like, Kamala, what kind of music? Not country.
Yeah, I love country because when I'm driving truck, that's what I have it on that country station, and there's so many artists that I just love, and Reba McEntire, guys, people like that, and Dolly Parton, she can sing, so she just can make her voice do what she wants.
Oh yeah, she's old school country, as they call it.
Yeah, Whitney Houston, Al Green, all those guys, I just love them.
Now, if you could pick one singer that you could do a duet with, who would it be?
It would have to be a female, and I would love to do one with a female, and it would be Toni Braxton.
Toni? Oh, she is gorgeous, yes. Great voice.
Yeah, I like her singing, and then she's beautiful, too.
Yes.
That would make me look good.
That's it's the combo platter.
Yeah.
Well, so, Toni, if you're out there listening, contact Kamala.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. All right, hey, let's talk about, you got a very special song on one of your CDs there called Why Daddy. Now, what's the story behind that, and why is it so special to you?
Well, after my career was about over with, she's grown now, my daughter, she was asking me, because she had seen me struggle, so even back during the time, she didn't understand why I was struggling so, but she had seen me struggle, and then when she got ready to go to college, I just really couldn't afford it, even though she went a while in college, but she had to drop out, and she was wondering, why I couldn't afford it, and she asked me, why, Daddy, why? Because she could see guys like Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, not only just those two, but a lot of the guys that I wrestle in main events everywhere, they are so wealthy, and they're living from day to day.
Yeah.
And she said, why, Daddy? So that's why I wrote the song. Why, Daddy? It's a true song.
Wow, that's and I bet she's very happy every time she hears it, huh?
Yeah, she have it.
Knowing that her daddy sang that for her.
Yeah.
That's good. She doing okay though?
She's doing real good now. She works for a doctor. She's like the secretary, so she's doing real good. Yeah, she's going on with her career, so she's doing real good.
Well, good. Hey, let's talk a little bit about how wrestling has changed since the day you broke in, like you said, back in the 70s, and now here we are, 2007. What would you say has probably changed the most, going back from then to now?
What has changed the most is there's no more kayfabe. Back in the day, the good guys couldn't ride, the heels couldn't ride with the baby face.
Mm-hmm.
Now they all come in together.
Yeah.
And get in the ring and beat each other's brains out, and then they'll leave together. So back during the day, we couldn't even be in the same dressing room. We couldn't be caught in the same dressing room unless on riding together. We would be fired. Wow. But now you can talk your finish right in front of the fans. It don't make no difference. The fans call the spots now, and it still kind of bothers me now. Not the kayfabe.
Right. Wow. Yeah, I can honestly say that's changed a lot too. Yeah, big time.
Yes, it has.
I know when I worked for Jim Cornette, he was like a Hitler when it came to that stuff. I mean, if you were an OVW and they caught, like you said, if you're out there feuding with the guy and if you're out there smoking cigarettes with the fans, you and the guy you're feuding with, man, he would just have your head right there on a platter. So,
right.
It was some bad times, but you know what? Like you said, it's the old school mentality, and it just seems to have disappeared all of a sudden.
Right. Right.
Yep, some bad stuff, bad stuff. Speaking of
it is.
Speaking of bad stuff, now you were at that WrestleFest convention out in the Cow Palace in San Francisco, and that I heard was just a major fiasco, very unorganized from what I talked about with some other wrestlers, and you're reading about it online. What was your experience out there?
It was like they say, it was very unorganized. We didn't know when we was going on, when our match was. We didn't know who we was working with. We didn't know anything. And but the main thing is I got paid, because when I go to when I went to the arena, because I had heard a lot about what was going to happen. A lot of guys were going to get paid, but I went in there with my hand out begging. You know, I mean, looking like a big at least.
Yeah.
Before my match, I went in there and I got my money, so I did my match. And after they finally got organized, and then the next day I was in Houston, Texas anyway, so I left that night. So they tell me it was chaos after that. A lot of things happened. I didn't know about it until, here lately.
Yeah, it's amazing. Just that the promoter himself, I guess, had a run-in with a lot of the wrestlers, particularly Scott Steiner. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Very interesting stuff. Yep. Let's talk about
but
a couple more questions here real quick here, and then we'll let you go here. Any advice for any upcoming wrestlers out there? What would you, James Kamala Harris, tell a young wrestler up and coming?
I would say, if you planning on being a professional wrestler, I mean, nothing wrong with it. If you plan on being a professional wrestler, first I would get my education and make sure that there's other things that I could do, that you could do besides wrestle. Because you might make it in wrestling and you might not, but you'll have something to fall back on. I didn't have that. I mean, I had something to fall back on, but there's nothing out of the ordinary. It was like driving a truck, and that's what I do now.
Mm-hmm. But there's nothing wrong with that. Like you said, something to fall back on. It's a just in case.
Yeah, that's true. It put food on the table.
Yep, definitely. Now, you've worked for a lot of groups. I mean, you've worked the old World Class and WCW and WWF or WWE. I mean, all kinds of. What's been your favorite group, and any particular reason why they were your favorite?
My favorite was Mid-South Sport. That was with Cowboy Bill Watts, and I would always say it, and it's the truth. With Mid-South Sport, I made money there. My money, I got bonus, and that's the place that I made all my money, where I was able to buy me a home and pay cash for it. And it's not a big mansion or nothing like that, but I live here I still have my home paid for, and I live on 15 acres. Now, I saw right up on the internet where they say I had 50 acres. Maybe they mistaken. It's only 15 acres. I don't have a big farm, but what I have, I'm proud of it.
Yeah, it sounds like every time I've talked to you, you're always talking about stuff you've been doing on your land and the animals you have, and you sound very happy with what you're doing there.
Yeah, I'm real happy.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for this? We're going to do some word association, then we're going to wrap things up. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going to throw a name at you, and you let me know the first thing pops in your head, and if you want to skip it, you just tell me skip it, okay?
Okay.
Let's talk about the big man, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, he was a great guy to wrestle, and I enjoyed wrestling him. I thought he was a friend, but, you know how that goes. But anyway, he was good.
Okay. The Undertaker.
Great guy. The Undertaker, I wrestled him many times, and I don't watch wrestling on TV at all, but any time that the Undertaker is on, he still excites me. He still have it. Now, that's the only time I watch wrestling.
Really? Okay. How about Mr. Vince McMahon?
Mr. Vince McMahon, cheap with me, would not pay you.
Wow.
I never made money with him, and I can't say nothing good about it.
Okay. How about Eric Bischoff? Go to the other side of the table here.
Yeah, what I can say about Eric Bischoff, I can't say it on the air, so I won't. But you can imagine what it is.
Oh yeah.
I don't like him at all.